All right. Oh my. Okay. Something has gone awry. Let's go ahead and go to Oh man. Oh, we're about to learn together right quick.
Introducing Iron Beam, a bright choice for futures trading. Iron Beam is an industry-leading broker.
Using everything. So we'll come back to OBS Studio. We'll come to the scene where we want to go ahead and add this chat. Okay, and you can see I have the chat here. So I'll delete this one here for the moment. And then what we want to do is we want to go ahead and use the plus icon. We want to come to browser source. We want to name this chat. You'll simply select OK. And now here where it says URL, we're going to go ahead and paste the link that we just went ahead and copied from Stream Elements. Then for the width, we're going to...
Huh. Okay, let's try that. Yep, still getting things together, folks. I am. Oh, wait a minute. All right, for the moment, I'm going to go ahead and mute that so you guys don't have to learn with me. So, for those of you who are just joining, I'm learning how to put my chat window up so I don't have to click between windows. Okay. I have 39 minutes left to figure this out. I think we'll make it. Okay, what is up, Aptera accessories? I am still a noob streamer. I made the mistake, I suppose, of not only doing a completely different service for streaming, I have also decided that I was going to have the chat in said window. So now I'm just trying to figure out how to not confuse myself as this goes on here, which, you know, that's a tall order. Figure out how to not confuse myself as this goes on here, which, you know, that's a tall order. Okay. All right, let me know if you guys can't hear me for some reason or another, and I will troubleshoot. That's a tall order. Okay. All right, let me know if you guys can't hear me for some reason or another, and I will troubleshoot. Okay. All right, let me know if you guys can't hear me for some reason or another. Also, let me know if there's an echo, because that would be less than ideal. Also, let me know if there's an echo, because that would be less than ideal. Rockin'. Also, let me know if there's an echo, because that would be less than ideal. Rockin'. Time delay would make sense. Oh, okay. Rockin'. I'm going to try something. Time delay would make sense. Oh, okay. I'm going to try something. Time delay would make sense. Oh, okay. I'm going to try something. Time delay would make sense. Oh, okay. I'm going to try something. Time delay would make sense. Oh, okay. I'm going to try something. Time delay would make sense. Oh, okay. Oh, silly me, I had two windows open. Okay, how about now? Sweet. Yeah, man, those multiple open windows will get you. All right, so what do you guys think this one is going to be about besides the, you know, the whole reveal of the newest validation vehicle? Like, do you think they're going to add new stuff to the mix, or they're going to honk the horn? Like, what do you think is going to be on there? Forgot to hit the like button. Yeah. Oh yeah. So road trip itinerary would be fantastic, but I think that's such a big undertaking that it's going to take them a while to actually have everything planned out, like especially if they're planning like a cross country road trip where they're stopping in multiple cities and zigzagging and whatnot. Yeah, it's going to be a massive undertaking. Yeah, but no, it would be really great if they'd be like, yeah, these are the first few cities we're going to be in. That's a good point. You know what? I missed that. I missed that podcast. Where is that? Can you drop a link for me and everybody else? Yes, I'm expecting the same, Kevin. I hope that they have everything like completely done, like be able to answer all questions and things like that about where the vehicle goes from here, what their next steps are, crash testing, and all that kind of jazz. Just everything just encapsulated in this particular live stream. Or that would be ideal. I don't know what to expect. It's exciting and a little bit scary at the same time. Shoot, we got 26 minutes. Let me see here. I'm gonna see if I can find it. Hmm. Okay. So it might not be on YouTube. It's probably on like Spotify or something. Hmm. Batteries included. Okay, let's see if we can. Oh yeah, so it was 6 hours ago. All right. I'm gonna throw that link in. Oh, let's not do that. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna throw that link in the chat, so you guys can grab it for yourselves here. I'm gonna watch that whole thing later on. But yeah, it's an hour and something, which is a pretty good length for a podcast. Ooh, I would love to see something investments related, something showing how close they are to their current financing goal and more details on what exactly they're doing as far as debt and things like that. Yeah, that would be fantastic. Although I would say I would not expect that just yet because it seems a little bit early, perhaps, because I know it takes a long time to ink out those deals, and the slightest hiccup or mistake or the period in the wrong place, and you have to redraft the whole paper. So it for the time frame that they announced the opening of the actual program, and how long it's been since then, I don't expect them to have that debt financing or the any of the other loan stuff that they're going to be talking about ready just yet. And of course, they have to wait until everything is signed. So I would love to see that, and I'd hope to see that, but I don't necessarily expect to. Oh, I shouldn't have X'd out of that. Darn. I think the biggest thing, the most important thing, is that they're actually working on it. Like, it's obvious to tell that they've been trying to get somebody to finance them to production. So yeah, that work, as long as they are doing that work and they seem to be, keeping up with it and consistently chomping away at it, then they'll get there eventually. The bigger part of finances is staying in line with actually staying afloat until the time that they get that money. That's what tends to kill a lot of startups, is just like, oh yeah, we ran out of money before we could, find the big investor, or we had too many people on staff and, we ran out of money. That kind of stuff is what gets most companies. Aptera is, for all intents and purposes, doing the right stuff the right way and at their own pace. So yeah, I don't know, man. I am cautiously optimistic that they will make it more so than they wouldn't. But yeah, it's the wait is yeah. Hmm. Down to 20 minutes. It feels a lot longer. Uh, 20 minutes feels a lot longer when you're like waiting on the 20 minutes. Like, I was uh, kind of out of touch with the world for the most of the morning because I was catching up on sleep and whatnot. And yeah, I just like, oh yeah, it's like an hour until they start. I got to go ahead and get my stream up. But yeah, the last 20 minutes feels like the entire day up to this point. I wonder why uh, we are built that way as a species. Like, can we? I wish we could like fast forward or slow down the time as we saw fit, as opposed to levels of excitement. Um. Oh, okay. I was gonna full screen it, and then I realized the full screen thing does not exist yet. Man, oh man. Ah, that'll make sense. Yeah, that makes a whole lot of sense because when they were talking about the battery being heavier, I was pretty sure that they did like some like milled stainless steel or some kind of something like that in order to make the prototype exist more so than actually, sorry, make the validation vehicle exist more so than just to get it to spec. So I expect that this validation vehicle that they're announcing here is going to have like everything together and put in the way it's supposed to be. or at least that's how they announced it before. So let's see. Yeah, I mean it shows the full screen. It's just that the video itself, like you see all the little borders and stuff around and what have you. I was gonna full screen to just get rid of all the extra noise, but we gotta wait until the stream actually starts. Oh, that is one thing I should check. For those of you that were here a moment ago and I played that commercial by mistake, did we hear the commercial or not? Because I want to make sure before we start this thing so I don't have to try to figure out sound beforehand. My kids are playing video games, so you might hear some random screaming. The game that they play, they decided to play rather as a horror game, and I'm like, why? You are both afraid of the dark and must close your closet so you don't see the monsters. Why would you play a horror game? They're like, because our friends are playing it. I'm like, okay. You could influence them to play a different game, but you know, maybe that's just what do you call it? Thinking too optimistically. I guess that makes sense. All right, we'll pull up the chat for a little bit on the other side here. Now I'm looking through two chats. That's one thing that I liked when it came to the chat for the live stream. People are extremely positive in the chat, generally speaking. Yep. Good times. Another thing I like is people the world over seem to be really excited for the Aptera. Like people are checking in from different places, like Aptera accessories checking in from Philadelphia. Yeah, it's just good energy. Okay, so this silhouette here has a couple of things that look a little bit different. This portion of glass looks thinner to me. Is that just me or like am I crazy? What's going on here? It looks like it's shrank substantially from how big it was before, but I might be tripping. Colby, as far as I understand it, they're waiting on basically legislation to be passed to allow that. In Europe, I believe it is law that they can do that, but they cannot get it passed here yet. The Highway Safety Administration. I can't remember their name right this moment, but anyway, those guys, they make they advise the government on legislation for that kind of stuff. And as far as I understand it, they have not been able to get that passed or cleared or whatever. There's a lot of testing that is required in order to get something like that changed. So I believe maybe a couple of years down the line, they'll be able to get rid of the side view mirrors. But as it stands, no, you can't necessarily do that legally. Like Aptera can't ship it that way. Halifax, hey. So hiking Lang, as far as I know, the things that we're looking for when it comes to this most recent validation vehicle is a feature complete vehicle. We're looking for everything to be where it's supposed to be. Everything is supposed to be working. They are the windshield wipers, the horn, all the sidebar stuff. The UI should be at least mostly complete. I don't know if the UI is going to be totally complete, but that's basically what we're looking for is just a fully feature complete vehicle. Yeah, so we'll see how that goes. At least that was the impression given to us for the duration of this particular validation vehicle being built, is that it's going to be the one that has everything. This is the one that they're going to take on the road trip across country and show off Aptera to everybody. So theoretically, it'll have everything. It'll have all the software and hardware working. Brigham City. So we drive, my wife and I, when she has acting gigs, most of her gigs are in Utah. So we end up driving to Utah fairly often. And I remember see, I don't even know if it's Brigham or Brigham. Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce it, but I do see that sign when we pass through. So that is a factual statement. Aptera Accessories has it uh, absolutely correct. Theoretically, Aptera can't ship it with the mirrors gone, but a swap out kit or something like that, if somebody puts that together, then it would be easy to just pop it off and put on a new fixture with just the camera. Hey, Stanton Island. Never been there. I hear it's a place. I don't know good or bad necessarily, because people have a wide array of stories from Stanton Island, and they are either very good or very bad. So yeah, 50 miles north of Salt Lake City. Yeah, yep. Um, let's see. I can't remember the name of the place that we actually drive to. Um, we just go to the address on Google Maps, but yeah, we drive through Brigham, and then we drive through Salt Lake City, and then we drive through that city that I actually go to, and I can't remember the name of it right now, but let's see. But yeah, well, there's two routes that we take. There's the North Way, where we drive through Brigham and then come through Salt Lake City and then to that place. Or we can go the South Way, which goes through the mountains, and my wife doesn't like the mountains because there's snow and ice, and it's a lot of twists and turns, and the drop off looks scary. So we usually don't go the South Way. We usually go the North Way and come down through all those cities and whatnot. It takes a little longer, but it is definitely worth it for peace of mind. Oh my goodness, 8 more minutes. Oh yes. We do not. That is another thing I hope that they at least broach is as a topic in this video, so that we have some more input on that. I know a lot of that stuff is in flux to the point where it wouldn't make sense for them to give a timeline on it, but I do hope that they give us a little more like lead time on the stuff that they still have to validate, and when they'll have the like, this is the production intent vehicle, this is, you know, all that kind of stuff. I hope they have information on that in this video as well. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Oh, the 2-speed transmission they announced. I don't know. I would imagine not, because they just announced that a little while ago, but they have been working in partnership with that company for some time. So it's possible that they already have that change ready, and they could have it in this vehicle, but I don't think they would. It's possible, but I don't think so. Oh man, 5 minutes. Well, 6 minutes basically, but it says 5, so I'm gonna say 5 minutes. It would make sense that they would. Like, I would think so. I don't know how much they'd actually be able to convey by camera, because, like, when I first saw Aptera riding around, and then when I actually rode in Aptera, people, like, even people describing it through video, it's like, it's really hard to encapsulate. But I would hope that they take it out on the road and at least let us hear whether or not there are still creaks and rattles and stuff, which I would expect to be gone. But you know, that would be nice to know, nice to hear or not hear. One thing that I wonder is how deeply they've integrated the logo into charging and whatnot. Like, I remember Chris McCammon talking about how they wanted to make the logo an indicator for how charged the vehicle is, and I wonder if they've actually gotten that working in this model. Oh, it would also be super neat if they started early for some reason or another. Yes, sir. 2 minutes left. Oh, welcome, Jarrett. My goodness. Oh, the turnaround time for this is going to be kind of short, so I'm going to say it now. If you guys can't hear the sound, which you should be able to for the video, please let me know as quickly as you can so I can actually jump on it. I think I have it set correctly, and I think it's working correctly, but only time will tell, unfortunately. Oh, that is almost a guarantee, Bob. Like almost a guarantee. Like if the presentation goes well and they have a lot of good information, good news, I expect 40 or 50 people to sign up to invest just in the next couple of days. So yeah, I expect to see a jump. If the presentation is as awesome as I'm hoping and thinking it will be, then yes. But yeah, like I said, time will tell. I'm still very optimistic about this this presentation being freaking amazing. So I think yes. Oh man, waiting for Aptera. The belly scoops. I don't mind them being there so long as it doesn't give a large penalty to the aerodynamics. But yeah, dirt and grime and stuff would almost definitely get in there. So yeah, I could definitely see that, you know, going by the wayside and me not being too terribly bothered by it. Oh, let's check that really quick. 1 second. 295 priority slots are left according to their website. Oh yes, it is currently 4 p.m., which means
your investment in the company, your support on all our social media. It's really been amazing. So we want to put our heartfelt thank you to you. You're why we're here. So we're going to do a little bit of a history lesson for you, seeing the iterations of vehicle leading up to this amazing milestone. So without further ado, we should be seeing an Alpha come up. We probably haven't seen an Alpha in a long time. I think some Aptera fans are literally coming here to check it out, but please, we ask that you remain at your homes. This is a internal employee event. So we'll see where they come in.
Oh, the comment section is saying Aptera team is really good looking.
Oh, yeah. Oh, they said we're good looking? That's good. That's true. That's true. All right. Everyone do like a wave, like a woo. Ready? Woo. Awesome.
they are so
Yeah,
hyped.
what's the chat saying, Will? What's the latest? Are they excited?
I don't actually.
We're stalling. We're stalling. Waiting for the Alpha to come by.
Hey everyone.
Who are you?
Who are you?
Yeah, I'm Chris, head of marketing at Aptera. Let's see who some of these people are. So you're Will. What do you do here?
I'm Will. I'm on the marketing team and I'm also building manager, so I order the snacks for the place.
Order the snacks. Nice. That's
Very
important.
important.
Yeah, we need our snacks.
You control the snacks, you control the company.
That's right. He's really the secret CEO, is what we're saying. All right.
SEO.
Yeah, SEO.
Snack executive officer.
That's right. Blake, do you want to just say a few words to the camera about everything?
Thank you to everybody for tuning in. It's incredible to have your support. Obviously, wouldn't have gotten here without the community and the fundraising. So we're all here because of you. It's a momentous occasion. It's going to be great for all of us to see it together.
That's right. That's Blake, VP of Finance. You might have seen him once or twice before.
Yeah, I did a couple of live streams before. So
yeah.
This will be exciting for the new one.
Awesome. Here, a bunch of other team members. We have so many. You guys are interns, right, for the summer?
Yes, sir.
Where do you guys come from, and what are you doing at Aptera this year? This summer, I should say.
Yeah, I'm from San Diego. I've been following it for a while. I'm studying engineering, and I've been working on this vehicle and will be for the rest of the summer.
Nice. That's awesome.
I'm also from San Diego, and I just finished my first year at CU Boulder, and loving my time here. So.
Oh, that's so cool. So yeah, it's nice to have some interns. I also have one in marketing. Omar couldn't make it today, but he's been helping us out a lot as well. So it's nice to be kind of growing the team throughout the summer months. It's pretty hot today, isn't it? Very hot. Jordan's supply chain manager. How you doing, Jordan? All righty, here they come. So everyone clap as the vehicles go by, because this is exciting. So here's, if you remember, Luna was one of our first alpha vehicles, a concept vehicle that really launched Aptera into the world. You might have seen our Luna launch video back in the day. It's truly a relic. You can actually very soon see Soul, one of the alpha vehicles, in the Peterson Automotive Museum this summer. Woo! That vehicle started it all, the Alpha series. Next, we're gonna check out the Gamma series of vehicles, and that vehicle has been all over the world. That vehicle's been to, I think Switzerland. It's been to the United Arab Emirates. It's really kind of stood the test of time, and many of you were there for the fully charged reveal as well. I mean, that was a really big moment for Aptera. So we're basically doing another one of those kind of events right now. And for those at CES too, a lot has changed and gotten better since CES. We can't wait to show you that either. So very excited for everyone to join us today. How's it going, Will?
Oh, everything's doing just well.
It's funny because I said, like, you were telling people you're not going to be on the stream, but here you are now, you know?
Yeah, here I am. Nope, we got another one.
Oh. Alrighty. I guess we're skipping Gamma because we are, but here's Artemis. Here comes Artemis. Woo! Everyone, Artemis is here. Nice.
Hey, Chris.
Hey, Steve.
How's it going?
Nice ride you have.
I think so. Pretty good. You guys have done a great job. It's amazing to have this all running and put together today. And this is our first time driving it, actually.
Amazing. All right, get out of the vehicle. Let's check it out. Steve Fambro, everybody. Woo! Want to join everyone here and then talk to the camera?
Sure. So what you saw us drive up in is our first full production or validation vehicle, Artemis. And it has all the components that the production vehicle
cut down the size of it.
Components for air conditioning. It's got full functioning solar.
And it's still
I think
huge.
we're making like 430 watts right now, just parked right here. So this is got it, basically every system nut bolt that we intend to have in production.
Very cool. All right, thank you everyone who can go back to work. We appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for all the work you've done.
Thanks for your work. Honestly, thank you.
Thank you. All right, Steve, let's go check out the vehicle, huh? Wow, it's looking pretty good.
See if I can get this right.
Nice.
All right. So we got a 2-stage release, so it doesn't swing up like in your ceiling or some other obstruction. So it'll open like a little bit, and then you help lift it the second half. So it's by design, the struts are like that.
Right.
You see we got the cargo hooks here for the netting. So that's an option that you can hook in to keep stuff.
Right.
We also have this big cargo lip, aluminum lip anchored into the body to keep things from sliding forward or to latch things in.
Very cool.
We've got your standard sort of emergency release.
Yep.
So you can hop out if you're being abducted, I suppose. Yeah, I've been enjoying the fan blowing on me in there and watching it charge the solar. So it's pretty extraordinary. The team is working around the clock. You know, basically every piece of hardware and software on this, except the powertrain, is from our own design.
Right.
And the team has just been working around the clock to get all the latest revs and everything on the vehicle, and it's just extraordinary just to power it up and drive it out, and everything works.
It's very cool. Let's come out front for a minute. We can show how gorgeous it looks. It really looks amazing. So Steve, what is Aptera? Like, how'd you start it, and what do you think makes it important for the world we're in right now?
Chris and I started Aptera to make the world's most efficient EV. And when you make the world's most efficient EV, you can do things like have meaningful range increase from solar. So you see we've got solar panels on the hood, on the dash, on the roof, and on the back.
Yep.
And we can deliver up to 4 kilowatt hours a day in some locations to the vehicle. And that can be up to 40 miles per day in those locations. So for most people, whether it's 20 miles or 40 miles, it doesn't matter. They drive less than that anyway, and they won't have to plug it in. And that's the whole thing is about solar transportation is you can still use it like a regular EV. You can stop at a fast charger and charge it on a long trip, but most people won't have to plug it in the day-to-day. They'll just park it like this. They might optimize next to like a really reflective spot of their building, as we've been doing here, and maximize their solar, but they won't have to plug it in at all. Most people won't.
That's so cool. Yeah, Chris couldn't be here today, but he wanted to say hi to everybody. So
he's here with us in spirit.
He's here with us in spirit.
As evidenced by all of this stuff, as his fingerprints on it. So,
let's just check a beauty shot out of the vehicle. Looks really cool. I'm having different engineers talk about different parts of the vehicle they worked on today. So we're gonna get a really kind of in-depth look on this vehicle and all the stuff that we've done to make it how it is now, which is really, really cool. So let's just peek inside, Steve. Why don't we check it out? I'll pop in the passenger side, or you pop in the passenger side. Sure. I'll pretend I'm driving it. So this is our own DCU, so display infotainment unit, and
so we've got a lot of car companies or electric vehicle companies. The controls are done through their central computer, but we've got some backup. So we have what they usually call the Prindle, but we don't have that. We call it the PRND. We have one here on the screen, and then we have a set of buttons actually behind it beneath that you may have seen in some of the other vehicles. So you've got a physical backup for the screen to drive the vehicle if there's ever something to happen with it.
Right.
We've got our production glass solar on the dash. We've got our production glass roof on the top.
Yep.
So those are made from production dies, and it's really, just look how beautiful it fits. It's just perfect.
Yeah, it's perfect. And yeah, we got the full vision system here. Something really great too is, you can change the different brightness of each of the displays as well. So I'll turn up the side display a little bit so you can see it a little better on camera. But yeah, this is a fully, working infotainment system. So we got fan.
Yep.
Pretty awesome. And you can roll up and down the windows just like this. So, it's pretty amazing. Your dome lights,
map
everything.
Lights.
Just like the entire
map lights. Somebody uses a map, and but you can see right now we're
getting
413 watts. 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Not bad at all.
No, not bad.
We could probably find better spots around the building and orient it in the right way and pick that up a little bit. We've got some nice storage
right
here.
Yep.
And also nice arm storage, which you can have a CES. So it's nice to actually have something like that that's useful. You got the cargo lip here to keep cargo from sliding into you. The metal lip that's made bolted into the body right there.
Right. This is awesome.
Nice fit and finish, headliner. Everything looks great, team has done a fantastic job.
Yeah, so it's really what's behind, you know, the hood that made this such an amazing moment for everybody. So without further ado, I guess I'll hand it off to the next engineer, but it's really good to see you, Steve, and we'll see you at the end. We'll chat a little bit more at the end.
Thanks.
Thanks, Steve. All righty. Who's the first volunteer? Yeah.
All right. Are you going over here?
All right, Blake, I think this is the first time you've seen it, right?
This is the first time
Like,
I've seen it.
all buttoned up?
Wild, functioning. It's incredible. It's, you know, there's so much work that went into this. There's so many people,
Yeah.
so many partnerships. This is, you know, Chris and Steve always had such a vision for this. And this is years of execution to get to the point, and now to have a physical representation of that vision is just, it's, words can't describe it.
Totally.
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks
You know,
for
when
doing
I
the
see
finances.
I just think about all the people and the partners. I think we're going to talk to some of the engineers, so they'll go through, you know, their different systems and introduce themselves. But behind them is this small army of people that helps us out. You know, we have vendors and consultants. We have the CC grant people. You know, Jonathan Bobadilla and his whole team over there.
Yep.
That grant has been crucial for us over the last couple months and the next couple quarters with the equipment we're going to purchase. Also, the California Treasury Office of Fiona Ma and that group. Equipment purchases we're going to get, every dollar we save on the sales taxes through that incentive program has been huge. So the state of California has just been great in supporting us to get to this point. And we push our vendors and outside consultants hard. They work for us on discounted rates, on tight deadlines.
Yeah.
So just a thank you to all of them and anybody else that's watching. And then finally, just the investors. You know, we don't get here without you guys, so it means a lot to us. I hope you feel proud as we do today accomplishing this. So
Yeah.
congrats to you guys.
Yeah, thank you guys. See if I can recenter the camera if I'm not crazy. Forget how to do it. That's okay. All right, who's next? Oh, it's Tim. We haven't seen you in a while. How's it going, Tim?
I'm doing well. How are you, Chris?
Good. Let's hop over to the other side so the vehicle's in the back. Well, Tim is our head of battery. Is that what you would call yourself?
Yes,
or?
sir.
Well, how are things going?
Oh,
I feel like I'm at
by the
Aptera
way.
Owners Club right now.
Yeah, it's been going well. We've been working with our suppliers, CT&S, and we've built a bunch of production intent battery modules, which we've used for this. We've got our production tooling for the battery frame extrusions and the battery frames all underway. It's not perfected yet, but we've got production intent battery frames now, and processes are going along well, so we're making great strides.
That's so cool. Yeah, we've come a long way since CES, huh?
Oh, certainly, yes. It's amazing to see how well something like this comes together, just with the little incremental improvements we make from iteration to iteration.
Right. Anything you want to say to the fans? There's a lot of people who like you. They think you're the best Tim.
Well, they haven't really met me then, have they? No, that's great. I'm glad you all are so supportive. It's great to be part of this team. It's great to have so many excited fans behind us. It's a good source of motivation for us all.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Tim.
Well, thank you.
I'll do a handshake. All right, who's next? Is Reed next?
Yeah, no,
Awesome,
he's
Reed.
the guy that I spoke with
All
the
right,
most.
you're
at the,
head of solar, right, Reed?
Yes.
Well, how's it going? How have things been?
It's going really well. So we've got our, fully outfitted vehicle here. We got our glass roof finally. So
Let's check it out. Hang on, let's
Yeah,
pause. Let's check that out.
Let's take a look at it.
So this is glass, right?
This is glass.
This is glass.
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 So the only one left is the hatch, but that's coming in the next few weeks. Full glass, full lamination.
Wow.
Our high impact, lightweight glass. 700 watts of solar on this. I think most people here know that.
Right.
We've been seeing really good results. We've been improving our lamination process a lot. We've been improving our production methods a lot. We found out a lot of new ways to get more power out of these panels than we initially anticipated. I'll wait to talk about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've been collecting a ton of solar data that we want to share at some point in the future. Yeah, it's been going really well though.
That's
So-
really cool. And then also with Polydrops, right? We've been delivering some panels to Polydrops, so we have a customer.
Yeah, so with our kind of solar side of things, we've started delivering to customers for Polydrops, so they're putting it on their trailers, getting a lot of extra power on kind of their EV-centric trailer. We've got some other customers we're talking to as well, so we will have some more exciting advancements kind of on the solar side of the company. So yeah.
That's really cool. We'll be sure to update you when we got the full glass, but I mean, look how that looks perfect, doesn't it? Like, that's awesome.
Oh yeah, it looks really good.
No delamination
Wow.
or
You
anything.
can tell, and in the sun too. I spend all day looking at it in our clean room.
Yeah.
So it's always great to see it out in the sunshine, get the power. It looks, you think it looks good in the clean room, then you bring it out here and it looks amazing. So
Yeah.
really seeing this be, you know, a huge part of the A surface of the vehicle, a big part of like the signature look of the vehicle.
Right.
It's really exciting, really happy to see how it's turning out. So
Yeah, really cool. So more glass solar coming soon, but yeah, kind of production intent solar is on this vehicle, and we're getting that last panel soon, right?
yeah, so our roof is made with our production tooling roof glass. So is the dash panel as well. The hood and hatch still. We're
The side view mirrors are a completely different shape.
The more mature tools, the more tuned
Right.
tools, but this is a fully production process. We're working with really good suppliers on that end who've done a ton of glass for a ton of different companies, very credible companies. Yeah.
That's awesome. I was curious about the generation of solar cells too. Are we expecting to maybe increase from the Gen 3s at some point?
Yeah, so we're looking at switching from the Gen 3s to a higher efficiency Gen 7 cells. So it's basically a drop-in replacement for these solar cells. I don't want to say how much more it's going to be right now, because
Yeah.
we want to do some more testing to see exactly how it works. But yeah, so
That's
I'll
really
get a little
cool.
more power out of these panels.
So there's a lot going on. Reed's,
a lot going
Reed's
on.
killing it. Reed and team are killing it. So thank
Yeah.
you, Reed.
Yep, thank you, Chris. Appreciate it.
Of course. All right. Who's next on the list? Juan, how's it going?
How's it going? I'm good.
I think people haven't met you before. What do you do at Aptera?
They haven't. Okay, well, my name is Juan Sugic. I'm part of the electrical team. I'm in charge of all the wire harnessing on the vehicle, basically.
Yeah.
Or as they call it as well, all the electrical distributions on it.
Really cool. So what, that must have been a lot of work, because this is nearly every component, right? Like it's insane for the wire harness. Tell me about the wire harness on this vehicle.
Yeah, well, I can tell you there's a bunch of circuits on it. We put a lot of effort on it, the whole team, and actually we were able to deliver a very efficient and accurate product for the wire harness. It's well distributed all around the vehicle. It worked and it fit very well as we planned. Well, it took us a lot of planning to
Right.
get into that, but as you can see, I mean, actually you cannot see it, but all the cables are well distributed inside the vehicle,
Right.
so that means that we did a good job.
That's awesome. So this is representative of what's in CAD, basically, right?
Yeah. Actually, what we have on CAD right now, it's basically on the vehicle, talking about wiring. So yeah,
That's so cool.
it is.
And how are the connectors? You told me something about like the connectors are all sealed and
yeah,
things
I
like
mean,
that?
We pay attention to every detail when we were planning and making the harness. We had to pay attention, right? So I'm able to tell you that it's a pretty reliable product, and I feel pretty confident about it, and I'm very proud to. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So cool. So yeah, everything is connected to everything else thanks to you. So thank you so much. Amazing. I hope you guys like this format. I invented this format for today just to kind of let people talk about their work. How's it going?
I'm Shrikant, and I'm working on body closures, mechanism, and chassis of this vehicle.
I spoke to him
Most of
second
this
most.
vehicle you can see here is a validation safe vehicle that is we are making right now.
Right.
So we committed in the CES that we are giving you the road safe vehicle and compliance vehicle, that is the auto cycle compliance, and this is the product which is going to validate and all that thing. So you can see here the most of the bink and all that thing what we show you in CES is the ready at the time, tooling ready.
Right.
And the chassis components are also ready with the validation prototypes and all that thing. But we are now ready with this vehicle to make it more road safe, and that's that's our commitment in CES, that we are saying we are delivering compliance road safe vehicle.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. I mean, yeah, let's just look at some of the, the closures, the way the doors fit together. I mean, everything's very legit, right? So.
So most of the things are like that. We are having some comments from our fan club and all that thing, and customer that saying the lever over there need to be moved, at the safety levers, and we removed the repositioned that. Here we
Safety
had a pretty
lever
much
moved.
good logo on it. It's like Aptera logo, so that people can see it very well, that this is for safety and all that thing. Yeah,
Right. So
pretty much good.
You're responsible for
For
how the
body.
body, so the closures, how
and
everything
chassis
closes and fits.
components.
That's
Yeah,
so cool.
Everyone fit and finish like what we need
Yeah.
in the production, and pretty much good, ready for production.
You're a mastermind.
Yeah.
You do a lot. That's so
Yeah.
cool. Well, close the door just so people can hear. I mean, they're pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Sounds like a normal car. Incredible.
And we can remove it like.
Right, so there's a emergency release right here. So if a first responder ever needed to get in the vehicle, they can break the glass and just pop it right here. Really easy for first responders. That's a new kind of improvement since CES that we've been making. Just small little improvements during validation. Well, thank you so much for all your work.
Thank you.
We
for
really
all the
appreciate
fan
it.
clubs and all the people who is supporting Aptera. Thank you, thank you. Without you, it is not possible.
Yes, thank you guys. That's amazing. Alrighty. Hello, introduce yourself. Good to see you.
Hi everyone, I'm Shashidhar Chaklabi. I'm responsible for interior and exterior on the vehicle. So
Another mastermind.
maybe. So as part of our commitment to enhance user comfort and functionality, we have implemented some modifications on the vehicle.
Yeah.
And, these.
Want to check them out?
Yeah, we can check that.
Are they all inside?
Yeah, they are all
Okay, I'll pop in too.
These modifications are basically aimed at optimizing the space utilization.
Right.
And so the first one is console. So you.
Oh, look at that!
You can see the console bin area, storage area. We have used the space here for that.
That's great. So you have some more enclosed storage now.
Yeah. So earlier we didn't have before we went for the CES. So currently we have modified for this, and there is a modification on mobile holder for the larger devices.
Right. So my iPhone 16 Pro Max will fit there, no problem.
Yeah, your iPhone will pretty much fit there.
Yeah.
And we had a footrest modified for the taller guy to fit easily.
Great.
So we have modified that. Maybe Shrikant might have told you guys that we have moved the emergency switch at the back.
Right.
So because it was hitting when the person is coming in and out of the vehicle. And we have also adjusted the seat adjustment by 1 inch rearwards so that the taller guys have more comfort in the vehicle. And for the footrest on the passenger side also we have made modifications. And you can see the center air vents are working.
Right.
So we have these
turn up,
working.
Yeah, turn up the fan.
So you can hear the fan voice.
Yeah.
So we have the adjustment.
Right.
So these are all in development. So currently we have everything in development, but still we have the working model here right now. And
super cool.
Yeah, that's all I have for you.
Well, you did a great job. Yeah, I mean, we can look at the footrest for a second. I mean, there's definitely, more room, I'd say, in both of them. They're both kind of redesigned to have more leg room underneath as well. So, small little improvements is what validation's all about. So we're happy that with the CES people to be able to learn some things, right?
Yeah. So we have the hazardous light also working currently. So you can see the blink here. And there are map lights.
Yep. Dome lights in there.
1, 2. And also we can see there are ambience light at the bottom.
Right, so easier to see it at night, but you can see it coming off your hand. So I mean, this has all the lighting for the interior, right?
So speakers are connected here. Everything is ready for the usage.
Right.
And you can see there is ambience light here as well.
Yep.
On the driver side.
Yep. So this is a mid speaker, and then this is a tweeter. How does that work?
Yeah, this is a tweeter.
Right. Tweeter,
this is mid speakers.
and then you got the bass out back.
And, we have a subwoofer 8-inch at the back.
Yeah.
And we do have a trunk light there.
Yeah.
So maybe you can show.
Hi, everybody. Good to see you. Yeah, here we go in the back. So you
have a trunk light here, and also a 12 volt for any accessories use.
Right. That's great, because I can imagine you're camping, you want to power some string lights or your phone out the back, or mini things like that, and now you can with this vehicle. So pretty awesome.
So we have also finished. We have also made some improvement on the finish of the door panels.
Right. Yeah, they look way nicer. Look at that.
And also on the dash, you can see some finish. Maybe you can show it from that side. Yeah.
Yeah. So definitely made some really nice improvements. So when people come see this vehicle in person later, you know, they'll be able to kind of feel the difference on a lot of these components. So really good job. You're a master. Thank you. Good to see you. Here's Adam, our videographer. How are you?
Good. Looks awesome.
Yeah. You've been here more than anybody, I think, like on marketing. You're like pre-Aptera launching, you were here. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, that's a cameo of Adam. How's it going, Kiva?
Hello, everyone. Hey, Chris.
Hey, so you also are there's a lot of masterminds here. I feel like you do a lot of things. What are some of the systems you're responsible for?
So I work on the thermal system, lighting, and vision.
It's a lot.
Yeah, a couple.
Which do you want to talk about first?
Maybe thermal.
Cool. Let's talk about thermal. I'll flip around. So you lead.
I guess just basically the biggest updates on this vehicle are that we have the full thermal system in the vehicle for the first time. So we have all the coolant loops, we have the refrigerant and the AC loop working, which is very exciting. That also interfaces with the battery, so we have full battery cooling in this vehicle. And so we're going to be doing a lot more testing here, make sure everything works as intended. And so yeah, it's very exciting.
Right. I always say this is like the perfect test bed vehicle, the perfect validation vehicle, because it has so many systems that we get to validate in the real world, doing real world driving on it. I mean, that's everything you'd want out of a validation vehicle. So It's nice to have all these systems, you know, kind of working together. So that's really cool. That's a big deal. People ask about the scoop a lot. Is that something that's still in validation we're working on? Like how big that needs to be or where it needs to be?
So we have that somewhat tuned right now. We're doing more testing with it. There are other ideas of what we can do after the scoop potentially, but that's currently what we have designed.
Cool.
And so far it's been working really well, so more testing will tell.
Nice, that's awesome. All right, what's next? We can talk about the lighting, I guess. We can see it right here, right?
So we have production intent lighting on this vehicle, which is very exciting. All of these lights have been delivered by our lighting vendors that we worked on designing these lights with. So that's pretty exciting. They all work well and as intended. So
yeah, it's really nice. Like you can just drive at night, no problem, and high beams, low beams. I mean,
yeah, exactly.
The coolest thing about this vehicle to me is it just is an Aptera that I could drive and enjoy and experience what it's like having a solar vehicle. Like this is it, you know. I can have my day-to-day life in this vehicle, which is pretty cool. Not that that's what we're going to use it for all the time, but that's pretty cool. And then one more thing, right? The vision system. I'll pop in the passenger seat if you want to pop in the driver's seat. Yeah, the vision system really looks great in person. I guess you can't see much because the hatch is open, but
yeah. Yeah, basically we have the left and right.
Yeah, let me close the door so you can see it.
Yeah, side view displays right there.
Yep.
So those basically eliminate your blind spot, which is great.
So cool.
And what's really cool is you don't have to like look far to your left and right when you're making a turn or merging. You can just look in front of you, and it works really well. So that, then you have your rear view display up here. Just because there's no rear view windshield in the back of the vehicle, obviously it's covered in solar cells. So
right.
Yeah, and then we have the backup camera on the display, the main display.
That's so cool. Well, that's awesome. 4 cameras, you know, all on the vehicle, and it's just cool to see them. And also, it's cool to be able to just adjust the brightness. So at nighttime, you know, if we needed to make the center display really dim or the side display really dim or whatever, it's all kind of custom tunable in the software. So we're making big strides on the software front too for all these systems. So it's really awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for everything you do, Kiva.
For sure.
You rock. I forget who's next, but maybe they're not inside. I forget. We'll find out. Hope you all are enjoying this video and hearing from some of the people who made this vehicle a reality. JC, how are you?
What's up?
What's up? So, you're also a mastermind, I've learned. You're the knock-knock inventor.
Oh, no. No, I
She's also pretty.
You executed the knock-knock.
I'm not an inventor. I'm just an engineer.
Well, tell me about kind of the low voltage systems and everything on this vehicle. I mean, it's a lot,
so
right?
this one's pretty cool versus Hermes, which is the one we've been driving around a ton because Hermes has all the electronics that we need to have for like suspension and drivetrain, which I like to call the really nice but somewhat boring electronics. So this one has like the fun ones for like regular people. So like this is the one where we're focusing on very like UI, UX, even with like behaviors and buttons. So you've got like the little horn buttons, and you've got the windows, and you've got the lights that Shashi like showed you.
Yeah.
And then all of those, as you know, are controlled by our POUCs.
Right.
So that makes this one of the vehicles where we've put in every single POUC working together on the string. Every little ECU is all talking together.
Right. So yeah, point of use controllers, for those who don't know, it's like these tiny controllers that are localized to different components on the vehicle.
Controllers. So your actuators, your sensors, your valves, things like that have, you know, just little IOs, and each POUC in a region controls like a handful of things. So we'll have with B-pillar POUCs that are right behind the B-pillar panels.
Right.
And those control like the logo lights and the knock-knocks, everything kind of in that area.
Mm-hmm.
And then the one in the rear gets all of the rear lights, the blinkers, the reverse light, the license plate light. And because of that, we can cut down on wiring. So the reverse light and the license plate light and the tail lights don't have to have all their power, ground, and signal wires running the entire length of the vehicle to the front controller. They just run to that nearby controller, and then that controller there kind of acts as a distribution point. And so it's a way to minimize harness complexity and weight. We talk about it a lot in all of the other streams and videos
true.
Because it's, I mean, that's
Pretty
the
cool.
core of Aptera is limiting weight and stuff like that.
Yeah. Can you show us the windows going up and down, or I can do the screen, or you can do the screen? It's pretty cool.
Somebody please tell them.
Yeah, it's kind of fun. So on the main controls, you just kind of like swipe down
And swipe up. So you like swipe and hold. That's pretty neat. So all right, I'm gonna show the window now while you're doing
It works, I promise.
it. Pretty cool. So that's a really good example of all the point of use controllers working together. That's awesome.
So,
and then even this is a custom board, right? Running
so
our
our
infotainment.
infotainment computer has our own ECU board behind it, where we're doing all of that processing of hosting all the CAN signals. So we have, you know, the drivetrain controller and the main body controller saying, hey, the blinkers are on.
Right.
And then the infotainment computer gets that, and it hosts the UI, and it says, oh yeah, the blinkers are on. I'm going to show the driver that the blinkers are on.
That's so cool. Yeah, it's so. And then this is the screen from Tianma, who's our like production intent supplier for the screens. I mean, it's really leaps and bounds beyond CES. Very cool.
Yeah,
to see.
so we have our screen, the POCs, and then of course the BMS has our other custom circuit boards. So we have like 3 different types of circuit boards in our battery system running underneath us right now. So
how many circuit boards are custom for like Aptera that we make?
So we have the Sacred 16, our 16 circuit board design. So you got the knock-knock boards, all the POCs. This like roof console has a board right here with a button on it. That's the hazard button. Then you got the 3 kind of battery ones, and the DCU, and I'm sure I'm missing some. The fuse box board.
That's a ton. I mean, that's a ton.
It's
of
a lot of boards. What we did, we commonized them. So, you know, most of the POCs we're trying to keep the same to keep the cost down, keep it effective. And the reason there's more rather than, you know, less bigger ones, I guess, is so that we can fit them in really tight spaces. So like instead of having a giant lump, like space
you wouldn't
is a super big deal here because such an arrow shape, there's not a lot of nooks and crannies to shove electronics. So our electronics have to be really like slim and streamlined and just kind of tucked in there.
Right.
So.
What's your favorite POUC? Do you have a favorite?
I like the fuse box one. I think that one's fun because it's got the little Aptera logo on the top and it's a ton of wires.
Yeah.
Or the rear one looks really cool. I have some pictures of it out because it's just like a bunch of little like legs coming off of it, and it really shows you that like 10 different things are controlled by this tiny little board.
Yeah. Wow.
So it's kind of cool.
That's so cool. And then I know Andrew's out on vacation, but in terms of software, I've asked you to fill in on just some of the software progress that's happened on this vehicle.
It's hand in hand. So for every Aptera circuit board, we have to have Aptera firmware and Aptera software. And so when I said like that they're all in here and they're all playing nicely, that's the part the software does.
Right. So there's firmware on every single board that has to do that.
They have to talk to each other.
Right.
So we have this entire stack of firmware and bootloaders to make it so that we can, you know, if we need to update a POC, we don't have to take off the panel and get into it. We just do the, you know, over the Ethernet update to everything else. And that's to prep for that production for if you buy an Aptera and like a year down the line, we've got an upgrade, we can just send it out
over there.
In-vehicle upgrades. That's like an essential part of EVs. nowadays, being able to do remote updates and software changes, keep everything there.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And so there's this whole background, like everything you don't see, even if it looks similar to Apollo from CES, like almost everything you can't see is just a billion times better and continually upgrading, and it provides that framework for us. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, the software is great. I mean, the UI is an easy to see piece of software.
Right. Yeah. I mean, that's
And
so
it-
cool to just see it playing nice with the vehicle and controlling the vehicle and everything for the first time. So that's really cool for people to see. I'm curious, is this for a validation vehicle to like remove contactors?
The ready stop. People aren't
that
talking
won't
about this.
that won't be there on your Aptera.
No, yeah, this is still a validation vehicle,
Exactly.
which means, like I'm saying, we will put out the update on here
Yep.
first time. And so just in case, I mean, there's always bugs in software and there's always stuff we're trying to get out before we put on other stuff. And the e-stop is just one of those safety measures that, you know, you have an emergency stop just in case something goes wrong, so we can make sure that we don't cause any further damage to the vehicle and keep everything going. And that's pretty standard practice for a lot of engineering prototypes.
Yeah,
So
I'm
if
sure you
just
see
want
it.
to keep yourself and all your coworkers continually working and continually going, and like everybody's safe and happy. So
Wow.
that's unfortunately, like, you do have to make them obvious.
No, I get
That's
it.
part of it.
I
so-
get it. I
We
mean,
have that, and
people
then
can
there's
live with that.
There's a couple other things like the orange pull handles and the bright green handle in the back.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
some things are designed to be seen.
Right. Well, that's awesome, JC. You're doing great work. The team's doing great work, and yeah, thank you so much for everything. Bye, JC. That's awesome. All right. All right, we got a new face here. What's your name?
Hello, everybody. I'm Ken.
Ken, you want to go in the vehicle? I don't think you've even
Let's
been
go.
in it.
I don't think I have never been in it.
Let me close the trunk as well, so we can really be in it.
Welcome
All
back
right.
to the spaceship, guys.
Let's close her up. Just close the door. Nice. So this is Ken, everybody.
Hey, everybody.
I feel like I need to. It's tough. I can't really get us both in frame. It's okay.
No, that's totally fine.
So Ken's a new member on the marketing team. What are you working on,
Yep.
Ken?
I am working on something really fun. We are working on a California road trip, aka Aptera Solar Road Trip, and it's coming by pretty soon. It's coming by pretty soon.
That's
and
awesome.
Shall we say the stops? I've been
Yeah, you
dying
can say the
to.
stops.
I've been dying
You
to.
can say the stops.
Okay, everybody, these are going to
Go
be the 5 cities we're going to be dropping by. Huntington Beach.
Yep.
We're going to be dropping by Hollywood.
Yep.
Santa Barbara, Palo Alto, and Fresno.
Whoa.
Yep. Okay. So a lot of stops. Guys, this is going to be our chance, all of our chances, to see this validation, this beautiful validation vehicle, Artemis, live. So please, come through. Come through if you're nearby the area.
Awesome. Thanks, Ken. So yeah, he's helping plan, reaching out to restaurants and shit like that.
Yep.
So it's awesome. Oops, I swore. All right, let's
Oops.
pop out the vehicle. That's awesome. Well, you know, Ken was the last person I had on the list today. Oops, facing the wrong way. There you go. You can hold it. Yeah, that's great. Thanks, Adam. This is why we have a videographer. All right. Well, this is Artemis, the amazing Aptera production intent validation vehicle. And yeah, we're just really proud of it. Really proud to see all the progress we've made on it. Thank you, Aptera fans, for all your continued support. And we hope you enjoyed the stream today. And yeah, I mean, that's about it. A very, very cool milestone for all of us. So you'll see this vehicle a lot more. We'll show you all the features on separate videos. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be the coolest summer of all time. So I can't wait. I really can't wait. Alrighty. I'll take this back and everyone can wave goodbye. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
All right, and then we're gonna go inside because the live stream takes very long to end. So I'm gonna go look at a floor.
Well, all right then. Oh man, what is happening? What did I do? Escape. There we go. All right. So, yeah, pretty neat there. Let me see if I can get this thing to. Yeah. So, Rob, as far as I understand it, Robert, as far as I understand it, they only open the hood in very specific situations that, let's not go to the next video there. They only open it in very specific situations that are not for like regular maintenance and stuff. All regular maintenance things, oh, that is, okay, that worked. Okay, so all regular maintenance stuff is done somewhere else, not, you know, under the hood. So they basically bolted the hood down. I think at some point they may, you know, allow the regular user to open it, but I don't think that's a thing. But he could have left us looking at the Aptera. That is true. I was thinking about that as well, but like he said, it does take some time sometimes to get the stream to stop. And so if it's if he thinks it's down and then it's not down, then they're just, you know, letting the sun cook the camera, and yeah, it's no fun for anybody. So yeah, I see why he did that, but I would have liked to see the Aptera at the end. Yeah, man, what are you guys' thoughts? I thought it was pretty comprehensive. The only thing that they didn't do was drive it around. They also didn't honk the horn, which would have been a nice touch. But yeah, I think I'm so fixated on the horn now because that's like the last thing that they do on the assembly line for a vehicle is they double tap the horn for like Ford facilities and stuff like that. They double honk the horn and then drive it off the lot. Drive it to the lot. But yeah, I was hoping to hear from Steve again. I think Chris forgot about that, and it was funny because you could kind of see Steve's face, like, oh, we're not doing that? Oh, okay, I guess. Like toward the end, he scrolled and walked right past me. He's like, oh, I guess I'm not needed again. So yeah. Yeah, man. I would say 7.5 out of 10. Like it would have been an 8 or a 9 if they had driven it around, like done a POV drive of it, or if they had honked the horn. So either of those things would have, you know, set it off for me. But overall, great presentation. I enjoyed it very much. The fact that it exists and that it looks so much better from a fit and finish perspective, from a trim perspective, just really awesome. Yeah, I'm going to probably end up watching that live stream at least another couple of times. So, do the sun visors extend? We don't know. They didn't ever show that, but I did notice that the sun visors were significantly larger than they were during the than they were in the vehicle that they showed off at what was it? Oh, good grief. The last event, the name has escaped me completely. I don't even understand how I did that. But yeah, I don't know if the sun visors extend. I don't think they do. I mean, it would make sense that they do because it had that same little bar that looks like you could just like pull it out some. But yeah, CES, thank you so much. Holy bananas. Yeah, so in my head, I kept saying E3 and I was like, I know that's not right. I know it's not. I'm not going to say that out loud. But yeah, anyway, CES. The visor at CES was really tiny. Like it looked like the inner part of that without the little rubber around it. So they basically probably hadn't gotten the rubber part of it at that point. Long door, short visor. Yeah, same. I hope that they at least let it extend, you know, to block the door block the window when you're pulling it to the side. But to kind of offset that, they do have what do you call it? The little dimming tape on top of the mirror. Like it has out of that window, there's like a sunshade on that part. So if they don't have the extendable visor, then the shading will help a little bit with that. All right, man. So I'm going to go and get off of here so I can make sure that I am, you know, not picking up the children screaming anymore. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Yeah, pretty hype about this. Like I said, I'm going to watch this through a few more times and see what I missed. Yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. I'll catch you next stream, next video, all that kind of jazz. I have like 3 different fast maths that I want to put out, but I haven't had the time to record them. But yeah, rocking, guys. Thank you so much for your time. Have a great rest of your day.